The paradigm of the affront for women's rights at this time is shown in isolation. In light of that, maybe all that was enlightening finds its formidability in the open ground. Its own entity keeps it, not narrative. In feminism, and consciousness. The discussion of truths and conditions simultaneously are as per where they are relevant in choosing the topic of discussion, and there is as of right now, nothing practical and passing terribly worth being off limits in isolation. Not in generality. And that's the complexity of life, and the elbow room of things to make sense of it with. We're not asking for silence, least not complacency, we are asking for consciousness. A compensation of concern is likely on the horizon. And maybe our consciousness can still find itself there. Given natures and truths at the same time, being at stake in asking, and the availability of insight afforded thus. You want to have a sense of what foresight means to not just offering another manipulation for women's rights in the future. What does it mean to at least be the first person to be asked what they know about it, in that world, and then ask if tomorrow doesn't have foot on the ground more often? Something of an authentic insight of an independent sort. That's why you can trust that. Given the trajectory of what the consequences of being so passing recently places you in an foreseeable prediction, I would imagine that this looking forward and around but in vigilance is in fact what feminism will become. But given everything that I know about humans, it will be everything else all at once first. Remember when looking someone in the eye scared someone? Creeped them out? That was just as much the moment of contextual impasse on a level that an awareness wanted to speak to. But an addressed our attention to what was conscious, there was. We wanted to acknowledge, and assure, not manipulate. But this is sociology after all. I wanted to speak insight to maturity, and respect unitary entity as agent. As teacher, we are variously capacitated. So I stuck up for that as a principle. Listening to our thoughts is what's only ever an ineptitude and gap from that which didn't happen. Listening being virtue that was lost. I wanted the best of nature's ones, and enlightenment to bear the nuances. But that was indeed too much to ask of human all at once. But it starts from somewhere.